in the leadoff. She's been in the leadoff on beam, but then her first bar performance, to put her in the leadoff there as well, just shows you the confidence that they have in her mental toughness.
She's been in every beam lineup this year, a high of 9-9 3 weeks ago in her last home meet.
And they're supposed to play a beam song for her right now. They started to play, I think, the Beach Boys, and then turned it off. And that could phase someone, but that connection was fantastic. So difficult, not phasing her at all. It sounds like the beam song just started up. Doesn't have anything to do with her actual routine, but the gymnasts get to choose something that calms them. Excellent flight series. Calms or pumps up, however they choose to do beam.
2023 development program all-around national champion in the senior F group, Sophia Esposito.
Watch her double twist dismount. Goes after this like she's tumbling on the floor. Super high, just a tiny hop back, but an excellent start.
And an excellent start to her career. And tonight doing the all-around for the first time.
There's her flight series. Excellent, and this is that dismount I talked about. A lot of gymnasts just do the 1.5. She does all 2 twists there and just the tiny hop.
A reason to smile for Sophia Esposito. And now here's Emma Malabuyo at a 9-8 on bars. She has a 3-pass routine, a great floor routine last week, part of the season high 9.925. And Emma loves to perform. Again, she'll be headed to Cairo, Egypt in a couple of days for a World Cup event as she tries to make the Philippine Olympic team.
And I just saw the person running the UCLA floor music sort of hold up the iPhone and shake it at her, and so it seems like they're having a little bit of an issue getting her Great Gatsby music cued. This is a theatrical routine. She really puts on a show. Like she's a flapper girl in her 20s. Big step on that double tuck, and her front foot slid a little as well.
Better to have a step back than a step forward, though.
Exactly. Just had a little too much juice.
Emma was a U.S. national team member for 5 years, an Olympic alternate for the Tokyo Games, and hoping to make the 2024 Olympics for the Philippines.
Her 1.5 front layout, well landed.
Both her parents born in California. All 4 of her grandparents were born in the Philippines.
Good job of maintaining the connection of that leap series. She sort of had a deep squat and could have stopped, but important for her to get that connection.
Final tumbling pass. Emma Malabuyo.
Closes with a double pipe. Excellent landing there.
Love it. And this crowd, clad in orange and black, showing their appreciation as well.
Yep, they know good gymnastics. They appreciate the musicality. This double pike is her D element. She gets an extra bonus point for doing this hardest one at the end. A little bit of flexed feet, but a very controlled landing. So like Jade, she has multiple floor routines as well. Her routine from last year, the feature of Paula Abdul, that's when she will compete in Elite if you catch her at the World Cups over the next couple of weeks.
9.85 for Sophia Esposito. And now getting a look at Olivia Buckner.
She subbed in for Ellie Weaver at Cal after Ellie's injury, and since then has been so consistent in this lineup.
Looking for a bounce back after the 9.275 on vault. Has back-to-back 9.8s on beam, her high here in her freshman year.
That second element there. Difficult to take your eyes off the beam. You still want to get that 180 split. I think she was a little bit shy. And unfortunately takes a big bobble there, but does not fall off. I thought for a second she's going to lose it, but great fight.
How much of a save is that? Half a tenth?
I think that's probably a 3/10 deduction.
No, I'm saying saving it as opposed to falling off.
Yes, thank you. 2/10 deduction probably saves 2/10. A little bit of a hop back on that dismount, so not a perfect routine, but stays on, which is so important for the mentality of your team. So your hips were just off center, but look how close she is to falling off the beam. She is bent in half. Shows how flexible and strong gymnasts are. Tell she's not thrilled about that, but she has been put in a lot of tough situations in just 6 meets so far her freshman year.
And now our first of 2 looks at Emma Andres. We'll also see her on beam. 9.825 for Malabuyo. Last week at Poly, Emma Andres competed on floor for the first time since her sophomore year 3 years ago before her injury. And incredibly, she posted a career-high 9.925. Head coach Janelle McDonald said it was a highlight for the entire team.
That was a great save on that 2.5 punch front. The timing was a little bit off. If you're a fan of the Gorillas, this is a mix of that. Double tap, very well landed. Choreographer, assistant coach BJ Doss, says she has really fantastic musicality. She sings, she plays piano, ukulele, and just really gets how to connect with the music.
Really remarkable what she did last week after not having competed on floor in 3 years.
Really like that finish. Very dynamic and entertaining routine. It is just such a testament to her hard work, like you said, as a 5th year, to work your way and consistently be making these beam and floor lineups. Really impressive.
9.425 for Buckner, the freshman from Riverton, Utah, who has a great pedigree and a bright future. Not her day. Jennifer McMillan had a 9.875 on bars. Last week at Utah on beam, a career-high 9.875. This is the 4th competitive beam routine of her 2-year college career. Watch for the creative way. Love the way she mounts the beam.
You don't get any extra points for that down part. You do have to touch the beam in that way, but it's still hard and it's still have a potential to fall. She has a bit of a wobble in between, keeps moving, but also that handspring swing down lacked a little bit of rotation, had to sort of grab the beam to stay on tight.
When the swing down goes well, it's really good.
If it does not go well, it is very painful.
Born in the Dominican Republic, then to North Carolina. She's from Charlotte.
Here's her ring leap. Didn't quite get that foot all the way. They want to see closure between your foot and your head. Nearly touches. Here's her standing gainer full dismount. Unfortunately, took a step with that right foot. A little bit of nerves on that routine, but again, so important to not let those small errors escalate into larger ones. And so this mount, so it's a handstand forward roll, it is not easy to go off to the side like that.
Right.
Most times you split your legs there, but that's her dismount, that gainer full. And you see she just rocked back on her heels a little bit, so had to take that step. Like I said, this finish position change this year has really been a challenge. I talked to both coaches about it, and it's a change in mindset and not something you can replicate during practice.
9-9 for Emma Andres after her 9.925 last week, and now Emily Lee. In the floor lineup the first 3 weeks this year, but not the last 2.
Very high double tuck. Janelle said she may put in the double layout sometime this season.
Posted a 9.7 and 2 9/8 this year on floor. Her career high is 9.95, which she's done 3 times.
Front tumbling pass here. Very well done. Right to the edge of the tape. Didn't go over.
Love the interaction with the teammates during the floor routines. And they all know each other's routines.
Yes, they perform for each other as much as they do for the crowd and themselves. Closes with a double pike. Very well landed. BJ Doss there looking on.
Emily Lee, UCLA junior from Los Gatos, California. We'll see her on beam as well.
She's won a ton of international elite experience as well.
Jade Carey talking to Ariana Young, encouraging her. I love the way Jade, now in her junior year, has taken a leadership role.
And she has such a calming presence. You can tell her demeanor is the same, and I'm sure that really helps her teammates, especially on an event like balance beam.
9.725 for McMillan. Had that major balance check. And now Young.
I love the way Ariana Young works balance beam. She is up so high on toes, but this is also a challenging series that she missed. So she was supposed to do a back tuck out of that. So she's going to repeat, or excuse me, she's going to do a different flight series here. She will do a back handspring layout. That is a total improvisation.
Wow.
She did not practice that, warm up that today.
It's amazing that she did it, and amazing that you knew it.
Well, just incredible that she figured that out in real time, just had the tiniest wobble. Off the top, I was talking about how high she works on toe. That is what beam should look like.
Last week, a 9.775 that both you and Jim Watson thought was too low.
I even talked to Tanya about it today. I said, was there a start value discrepancy? And she said the judges thought she was just overall a little bit loose. And I think that's ridiculous, because to work as she does on beam, you cannot be loose at all. And a great save and a great improvisation. That is so hard to just, in the middle of a beam routine, do a back handspring layout. Just so cool to watch. Here's her leap series where she has to bend that back leg. Sort of preposterous to think that they want you to almost kick yourself in the head. And there's her gainer fall, has to bend over a little bit to hold on that stick. So a couple deductions we're not used to seeing from. Ooh. Gutsy way to stay on the beam and get those connections that she needed.
9.825 for Emily Lee, and Caitlin Rosen. Third of 4 times we'll see her. What a clutch floor routine last week. She had exhibition on floor a couple of times earlier this year, then competed for the first time 2 weeks ago, caught in just a 9.625. Last week she thrilled the Pauley crowd with a 9.95. And you watch, she might cast a spell.
Big double layout to start. Excellent. A little bit of leg separation, sort of like on bars. But watch her commitment to this witchcraft. Big double pike. Nice open position.
She's from Texas. She said ever since she was little, she dreamed of having a UCLA floor routine.
goes with 3 elements in a row, 1.5 front layout, front tuck. I love the addition of that front tuck. It's a pass you don't see that often, so it's just fun. And I mean, so just a really special routine. This last pass I mentioned, a lot of people do the 1.5 front layout. She's got so much power, she just throws on the extra front at the end, but look at her stirring her potion and then casting that spell on all of us. What I appreciate
I'm
too,
spellbound.
Yeah, I appreciate that her facial expressions and the way she moves, it doesn't seem fake at all or contrived. Sometimes you see gymnasts smile at different places, and hers seems very natural.
Jade Carey had a 10 last year as Arizona State, completing the Gym Slam, the career 10 on every apparatus.
Told me I was wasting time with all these silly dreams. I laid it down, she knocked me down every time I tried. But I found joy in my life.
Front aerial connected to a straddle jump. Very smooth.
Next to the oceans that we cried. And grief she came and overstayed way longer than I'd like.
Here's her flight series, back handspring layout. See which leap series she does here. It's either a switch and then a switch side, or a switch and a switch half. Oh, it's just a switch half to a split jump. Slight bobble there, let her shoulder drop. She's training so many different elements in Elite that she's done 3 different versions of that routine, this routine so far this season. And from my vantage point, gets the landing. Did that right foot move at all, Rich?
I didn't see it.
So just a tiny wobble on that leap series, as I mentioned. So in Elite, she has to do so many more difficult skills. So every day she does some college routines, and then she does some Elite routines, and then Elite skills.
Again, you're looking at an Olympic gold medalist here, and she's trying to become the first ever active collegian to make a U.S. Olympic team.
And those feet did not move at all, so that was crazy of me. But look at these teammates celebrating, because, you know, this has been a little bit of a nervy beam set. And so important to get another hit and then some pressure on Sage Thompson so they can drop Buckner's score.
A 9.925 for Caitlin Rosen. A quarter of a tenth off of what she did last week. And now, watch the artistry of Brooklyn Moores.
Front double punch front, well landed. Went out of bounds last week.
She says she tells people when she goes to gymnastics practice, I'm going to do my art piece today.
There's no one that can match the drama of Brooklyn Moores, this euphoria music. About as dramatic as you could get.
Remember the Canadian Olympic team in 2021? The finalist in the individual all-around, finished 16th.
Kept this routine from last year because it didn't quite get to put it on display as much. Need everyone to appreciate its beauty. Excellent Rudy.
Brooklyn Moores, her teammates love it, and we do too.
Doesn't that just feel like teenage angst and drama? That show Euphoria, that's what it's all about. She displays that, but with beautiful tumbling. That height on that Rudy is really exceptional.
A 9.9 for Jade Carey in her beam routine. And now here is Sage Thompson. Late entry into this lineup. competed on beam in college, though she has exhibition this year. Didn't compete on beam while with Utah either. So her third year, her first ever collegiate beam routine.
Fans love that candle mount. Difficult start. Here's her backhands from layup flight series. Just a tiny bobble there. That's one where she's just not quite as confident. It was on, but beam is scary.
Samantha Petchett told me you have to make friends with the beam.
Yeah, but unfortunately, she did not go full out on that wolf jump 3/4, which is why she fell. She was being tentative, trying to stay on instead of going all out. I love this side semi she'll do here.
She was going to be exhibitioning today. Sydney Gonzalez was a late scratch after her injury just prior to the meet.
I have no doubt she's going to be an awesome contributor to this beam lineup one day, but today the nerves got the best of her.
She's at a 9.95 on bars earlier with a 10 from one judge. Here in her first collegiate beam routine, we look into the future. A 9.95 for Brooklyn Moores. And now Selena Harris. Number 14 in the nation on floor. Probably number 4 on floor. And last week, career high all around. Saw her get better scores as the meet went along. 9.975 on floor last week.
Get ready for her Latin Super Bowl halftime show. Daddy Yankee, J-Lo, but first a huge double layout. Excellent job. She did a full in last year, but was a little frustrated that she wasn't getting the big scores because she had a few built-in deductions. So just learned a casual double layout off season. Little hop forward on that double tuck. Chest was down. Answers the cell phone a la Angie Sipra, former Bruin.
I remember that. Her iPhone routine. Janelle McDonald says that Selena Harris doesn't just do gymnastics. She loves gymnastics, and you can tell.
Here's her combination pass to close. Got a little squirrely on that ring jump, but controlled it well.
At a 10 on vault, 9.95 on bars.
BJ Doss says she's one of the only athletes who gets to ad-lib during her floor routine. She'll do a different choreographic move. But look at this double layout. Excellent. Nails the landing. And this last pass does this 1.5 and then to this Branny, the front half, and this stag jump. Woo! You could tell open way up out of it because she was so high. Janelle McDonald, one of the biggest sideline cheerleaders you'll see out there.
Selena Harris, last week 39.775 in the all-around. That included a 9.875 on vault. She had a 10 on vault tonight. She matched her bar score from last week, 9.95. Her floor score last week was 9.975.
Bruins really gained some ground in this rotation with Oregon State having to count that low score from Olivia Buckner.
So they draw a red line through Sage Thompson's 9.075. And so 48.725 for Oregon State on beam. Their high this year, 49.5. Their average 49.09. But just the 48.725 today.
And Coach Chaplin really hoping to hit 24 for 24. Not tonight, unfortunately.
9.825 for Emily Lee, and they get to draw a red line through that one. Look at that, 49.45 for UCLA on floor. That their high this year, 49.75. Their average 49.53. We'll take a break and come back with the final rotation. The Bees are on the floor and the Bruins to the beam.
I was